Here's the 4 hand cannons I've built so far. I turned them on my lathe, which is a South Bend Model 9C, made in March of 1945. Has a Model A or B cross light on it right now, and I usually have a or B compound on it, but right now I have the original compound because it sits a little bit lower and it's helping me do some boring I was doing. But here's the first one I made. It's a 7/16 bore, so 4375. That allows me to shoot 44 conicals that I cast for reloading 44 Magnum. It's not the best, and they kind of keyhole when you shoot them, but it works. Has a 3/4 inch tiller hole. I'll show you what that's for here in a minute if you don't know what it is for. Here's the second one I made. It's been blued very crudely, but it's blued. Has a 1/2 inch bore, so 50 caliber, and 3/4 inch tiller hole again. I shoot 490 round balls out of that. Then I have this brass one. It's 5/16 3125, and once the drill bit will always kind of waller it out a little bit since it's not reamed, and so it ends up being about a 32 roughly. And then this one I started today. It's another 44. I've been having luck with the 44, so I decided to make another one. It's very plain and basic, but it's medieval technology, so you don't have to get too fancy with it. I've yet to drill the touch hole on this one, and I got the pan drilled. I do that with a center drill, so it has a 60-degree angle going in. That allows the priming powder to have somewhere to sit, and it also has the 3/4 inch tiller hole. To shoot any of these, you'd have your tiller, which is this stick, which goes into the socket. And then to shoot it, you tuck it up under your arm, and then your arm would act as a shock absorber as the shot goes off. It helps with the recoil. You could also put it on top of your shoulder and shoot it kind of like you would like a rocket launcher or something. And that's a little bit harder to do, and it helps if you have a second person that will give fire to the gun. To shoot it, you would load in your main charge, which I use Pyrodex RS, which is a black powder FFG equivalent. It's a pretty coarse powder. You load that main charge down the barrel, then you load your projectile in. In this case I'm using the conical. That will go into the barrel, and you ram that home. You go through with a finer priming powder, which is about 4 FG, and that, the real fine powder, will go into that little pan, and that's been true with the center drill. And that's what you would touch the slow match to. And slow match is rope soaked in saltpeter, a saltpeter solution. It makes it burn a lot slower. And you touch that against the powder, and that's what sets it off. That's where give fire came from. And that's the same for all of these. That's how you'd shoot it. Just different projectiles. Like the 50 would shoot the 490 round ball, and this one you'd shoot, and then it'd be about double up or single lot buck, I believe. I may be completely off on that, but it'd be about a 5/16 ball bearing size, whatever buckshot that size that is. And then the 44 again. So that's the hand cannons. The 3 steel ones are made out of 1018 mild steel, and this brass one here is made out of brass hex. I'm not sure of the alloy of the brass, but there they are.